Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of Aftermath. I'm your host, Dan KATHMAN, and I'm joined here with three of the guests from Surviving Mann. We have Liberte Austin, Aly Webster, and Dr. Jenn. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about the show, Surviving Mann.
So Surviving Mann, the show is about 32 contestants that are put through these grueling obstacles in the desert, Navy SEAL-like training, and is what they're basically putting us through, and we're having to overcome those obstacles.
And lots of guns.
Lots of guns. So you said Navy SEAL. So if I'm not mistaken, the show is named after Don Mann, right?
Yeah,
and he is a SEAL Team 6 Navy SEAL.
He's a boss.
He's amazing.
Yeah, but he's a lot more than just a Navy SEAL. So that alone is a huge deal, right? He was SEAL Team 6, which is like the highest level of SEAL you can be. But then he's also one of the creators of the original adventure races. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the original people to do the Ironman, and before it was really popular. And so he finished the Ironman and was like, wow, I did this in less than 12 hours. I wonder if I can do 2 back-to-back in less than 24. And he did.
Wow.
And so then he did 3 back-to-back. And then that wasn't enough, so he decided he needed to climb Everest. So, I mean, this is what we were up against.
Wait, so he climbed Mount Everest?
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Wow. That was
He
your
did.
That's a good
instructor,
story
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Right.
And I really thought, like, with his background and who Don is, that we were going to be facing some kind of this mean drill sergeant, you know, just
Right, of course.
somebody just constantly coming down on us. But he was the opposite. He was just such a positive, amazing person that just inspires you with everything that he does. Just his being is just, he's inspiring to be around.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he has this way about him that makes everyone around him feel better. So, for example, and we saw it in the first episode with the Zoom calls that we had. So we had these Zoom calls where everyone would come on the call. I think it was 6 Saturdays before the show, and he would just give us a little bit of details on what to prepare for and what to expect. And he was very open to us, asking him questions, not giving everything away, but giving us a little bit of information about what to prepare for. And he's just awesome. We just,
Right. So you mentioned Zoom call. So when you started this, you were doing all through Zoom? So you weren't actually meeting each other in person?
Right. So we all got into this. This is what I love about the 32 contestants.
32.
Every single one of us was willing to go in blind, having no idea what we were getting ourselves into, knowing it was going to be super challenging. And so we had these mission briefings before we started. And we just got like little crumbs here and there about what we would be facing and doing. But to what these guys were saying, Don was so, people were scared a little bit. Like they were willing to do it, but scared. And he was so encouraging and basically said, look, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. You get points for different things. You know, you may lose points in things you're not good at, but work on the things that you are. And like, don't give up, don't be afraid, like challenge yourself.
Right.
it actually started with us getting an envelope that said Secret Surviving Mann on it, and we all had to open it at the same time on a Zoom call. And up until that point, we didn't really have a training schedule or any idea really what to prepare for. So we opened it on the Zoom call, and we all got to read at the same time, you know, this is how many weeks out, and this is what you should be able to do, and this amount of push-ups, and this amount of pull-ups, and they suggested that we should be able to run anywhere from 10 to 20 miles a week. And so I had on my fridge a little checkpoint, and I'd be like, oh, Monday, ran 3 miles, Tuesday, you know, and I try to make sure I get up to 20.
It was worse than that, though, because on the list was be able to run 8 miles through a desert wash, like basically a SEAL soft sand
boots.
Mm-hmm. run in boots, in the desert,
Wow.
in the heat.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
So was it you said secretive. Was that how everything went? You kind of were in the dark, you didn't know?
Yes.
Everything was secretive. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into at the beginning of filming. I mean, it was a challenge every single day that we were unprepared for in some way or another. So
Right.
it was definitely challenging and surprising.
And as they just thought, you know, they showed you working out and like what we prepared for and how we prepared for it leading up to the show. But we only could be prepared for what we thought would happen, not what was
Right.
actually going to happen.
And
Right.
even day to day, we had no idea, and it was planned that way. We had no idea what was coming next. we'd finish one challenge and then be off to the next one.
Right. So that's what it is. Basically, a series of challenges that you guys are competing against each other for.
Correct.
Correct.
And you're getting points based on that.
So a winner will win
A winner.
a good amount of money at the end of the show, and contestants will be eliminated throughout the show.
Oh.
So that's what
Wow.
we were told. We're told that we're
Right.
gonna have to be prepared for that.
Wow.
That we could go home day one.
Wow. That's so. This sounds like a lot of intense training guns. Do you guys have any kind of background in that? Maybe military experience?
So
You're
just a
laughing.
little.
Do you have a little?
A little.
Do you have a little background?
Well,
Tell
a
us.
little. So I was a police officer.
She's been everything.
I've been in the military twice.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
She might do
I'm an-
surgeries. Might
I'm an ER doc
might be a lawyer.
You're an
in
ER
the
doc
case.
too?
and a lawyer.
And a lawyer? What?
yeah, superstar.
And an American Ninja Warrior.
It's just
You
that's
were on
that's
American-
what we were against.
superhuman.
Right.
So
And you two are not. You don't have a military background.
We're civilians.
Civilian. You're civilian.
But I'm a patriot, and so this for me has been a wonderful experience to be able to experience what our military servicemen go through, and it's such a humbling experience, basically, to see what they go through. Just a small taste of it, not completely, but a small taste of what they go through. I have so much more respect now, just understanding some of the challenges and obstacles that they have.
Absolutely.
One of the things that Don said that he really loved is that we're all patriots. And that's the thing that unites us all, I think. I loved everyone. I mean, everyone has a different background, but everyone was so strong and really courageous and just great people.
yeah, and then we could see from the first episode too the backgrounds on some of the individuals already. Like Cody, he's awesome, and he has a really cool story. And everyone. I mean, every single
Everyone.
person has a story, and that's what you guys will see throughout the show.
Right. So speaking of, what made you guys get into it? Like, why did you say, yeah, I'm going to do this competition show? That's a pretty big thing to just say, yeah, I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to do this. What made you want to do it?
So for me, like I said, it was more of just wanting to fulfill a dream, to experience something like that, to challenge myself and to push myself past a comfort zone that I feel like, that we
Right.
can kind of get in sometimes. I've been hunting and shooting for many, many years, but I really wanted to take all that to the next level, and I felt like this was the only way that I could really challenge myself.
Right.
Yeah, same thing. I wanted a new challenge, and COVID was hard for a lot of people, including myself, and I needed something to motivate myself to get back into fitness. I'd been working out a lot, and I used to compete, and I had gotten away from training so hard, and I knew that this would kick my butt. But I also love meeting people and just the experience. And when I saw example on the first briefing call, all the different people I was going to meet, I was like, I'm in. This is going to be awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, so despite all of my education, I'm really not that smart.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, okay.
I get myself into more
The
trouble.
doctor and lawyer.
Yeah.
So really, I see a challenge, and no matter what it is, I feel compelled to do it. And this one was incredibly compelling because it involved guns, people from all different walks of life, everyone very patriotic, which I really enjoyed. And just the PT, the potentially ropes, potentially all these other crazy things that we didn't know about. I was just really excited about growing as a person through the experience.
Right.
The PT was the scariest part for me
So
before.
PT, explain that a little more.
So physical training. We knew before, because we, like Aly said, we had the secret envelope come in and had a list of certain types of exercises we would be doing.
Right.
And there's really nothing I can say, nothing I could have done to fully prepare myself for what I saw the first day. I was just, I don't think there was a day that I wasn't like, I don't think I can do this. This is too hard. Because I'm really not, I had not been in fitness for like Aly or Dr. Jenn is superhuman over here. I just,
Literally.
I can't. There are no words to describe how I was just like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
And then we heard about the co-host, Randy, who was gonna be there when we show up. So I think knowing that we had Dawn and Randy as our co-hosts, we were we were
Scared.
very nervous.
But you know, one of the things that Don likes to say, and I've adopted this as one of my bylines, is it's really hard to beat someone who doesn't quit. And the thing that I found with everyone who I met is that they're all just incredibly strong people, because the mind is really what breaks first. It's not the body, it's the mind. And so to see people push past their barriers and really go beyond what they thought they were capable of and grow as people and grow as a group was really phenomenal.
It is.
Well,
It's life-changing.
We didn't think you guys got enough challenges on the show in the desert, so we have a few for you here. We're gonna go do, and I'm excited about it. We're it's a secret
Oh
op
gosh.
somewhere on the East
Wow.
Coast,
Oh, good Lord.
and we're gonna put you guys through some stuff.
All right, cool.
Again.
Check it out. What's up, guys, and welcome to today's challenge. We're here at that undisclosed location that we were talking about, and we're gonna go inside and see what they have for us today.
Great.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what I brought here with me today is the Michelak magnetic buffer system. So the way that this works is there's actually two opposing magnets on the inside. So as you go down, it's exponentially increasing pressure. So most standard buffers are linear pressure, so they're gonna be consistent all the way through. But you can see as I push down on this, it gets a little bit harder, a little bit tougher as I go through. So this is gonna lead to less felt recoil, which leads into quicker follow-up shots, especially helpful if y'all wanna double tap any targets out here today. And it slows the cyclic rate down on a full auto, which leads to better target acquisition. And Max, you're up first, I think.
Perfect.
Let's get to it. Yep, so go ahead and go take this one. And this one has just a standard H2 buffer in it. And so take a few shots. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and swap the buffers out, and we'll see if you can feel a difference. So for this one, it's really simple. So what you want to do is check and make sure it's clear. I'm left-handed, so it's a little difficult. And then you just pop out this rear takedown pin, just like this. Release the upper. You'll put some pressure on this pin right here. This buffer and spring will pop out. And then you get the new Michelak magnetic buffer. Pop that one into the spring. And then you just pop it right back in, close this back up, put the pin in, charge it, and you're ready to roll. Max, I'll take that. And what'd you think?
I mean, I was shooting and standing up, no problem, at 100 yards.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
All right, and so who wants to go next?
I'll do it.
All right, let's go.
Nice job.
We're gonna swap the buffer out again.
Okay.
Good job. Quick.
Give you this one. Okay, so once you pop that out and take the old buffer out, you want to put the new Michelak magnetic buffer in.
slide it all in, it'll catch right there. Close this back up, drop the pin in, charge it, and you are
Super
set.
easy.
10 rounds.
10 rounds? Do I, any specific target?
Left yellow target.
I think that was 10.
All right, could you feel a difference?
Yeah, so I intentionally tried to go a little bit fast on the first one just
Yep.
to see how it was different. And it was definitely harder to stay on target with the original one.
Yep.
I thought that this one made a huge difference, especially if you're going for speed and multiple shots.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think it's something that I'll probably change out in my AR platforms.
Yeah, we think a lot of competition shooters are going to love this as well because, again, the quicker follow-up shots, especially if you're trying to double tap targets, because that recoil really affects just keeping everything on a level plane.
Yeah, I was surprised that I could absolutely feel a difference.
Awesome. That's
Yeah, it was
great.
fun. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was great.
Like this. Safety. What is that, 10?
I want to put in your Mitchell magnetic buffer. You'll pop it right into the spring right there. Close it in. It'll catch right there. Put that all back together. Push the pin in. What you want to do is charge it back and forth. Now you're good to go.
Great, thanks. Safe.
All right, how'd you like that?
I love that. That was a lot different.
Yeah, the less felt recoil really provides for faster, quicker up shots.
Absolutely. I felt like I could follow up with my shots and get faster.
Yeah, especially if you want to double tap any targets, it really helps.
Action.
All right, so this just has the standard H2 buffer in it, so let's see what you think.
Awesome. Oh, that's cool.
Was that a little more comfortable for you?
Definitely.
Nice, that's what we like to hear.
Wow. So that was fun.
That was awesome.
So fun.
What'd you guys think? I mean, like it was okay. It was cool for me to see this live in action. It was a lot of fun. I mean, guns and like you guys. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Thank you, yeah.
It was,
It was
I thought
awesome.
it was super exciting to get back to not knowing what was coming next.
Oh yeah. I was a
Right.
little scared though at the beginning.
I mean, we made it. We're here.
We're back.
Just like before.
Still
Still here. We're still surviving.
still surviving.
And we
still
learned
here.
something. We,
Yeah,
we
that was
became
very
better
cool.
shooters.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Get to practice. That's good. Speaking of, let's talk about the next episode. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but could we get a little bit of tease, like what's going to happen? Just something.
Have you ever been in a helicopter?
Helicopter? No. Okay. I've never been in a helicopter. Is there a helicopter going to happen? Is this? Are you guys flying helicopters?
We
What's
cannot
happening?
confirm or deny.
So, we all show up in the middle of the Mojave Desert. And we've all traveled from all over the country to be there. And we're like, where in the heck is Dawn?
Yeah, where's Dawn? We were just like,
So you guys were dropped in the desert and you had no idea what was happening.
Right.
we had no idea what was happening. but I can tell you that we were doing push-ups on the gravel that day. So
How many push-ups can you do at one time?
Oh my God. You're asking me? I don't know.
How long can you plank?
I've never timed myself, but I can plank. Okay. Wait, hold on, back up. You guys planked in gravel?
yes.
Like rocks?
It is
Yes,
not what
like
we
rocks.
practiced. Our grass, our yoga mats.
I guess I was expecting like some air-conditioned gym or something.
In the Mojave Desert.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, wait, now?
Wait, where's the gym? There's no gym. There's no...
Where's the air conditioning?
Where's the-
All
where's the
I'll
buildings?
say is that there was some blood involved, and
Wow.
Yeah.
I picked a piece of gravel out of my elbow about a week and a half later.
Wow.
It was intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it was very intense.
I think what was kind of intense was what happened after we finally get to see Dawn.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Right.
that was crazy.
that was nuclear.
I want to know. You're not going to tell me, obviously.
All right, so everyone's been preparing intensely for 6 weeks for a certain kind of challenge. We didn't really have a lot of details, but everything that we thought we knew.
Yeah. Everything that we thought going into the show, what we told our family, what we told our friends, how everything was going to be, kind of just.
Right.
Wait, so there's a big bomb happening in episode 2.
A big bomb.
A big bomb.
Thank you, Don.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
it kind of set the tone for the rest of the shows. Just everything was kind of just one surprise after another.
And when people would come to us and be like, well, how was the show? Did you win? Well, no, or yes, or I can't really say, or
Right, it's very secretive.
you're going to
Yeah.
have to find out
Right.
what that even means.
Well, I guess we're going to have to find out too. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll be back again next week.
If we survive.
Oh my gosh, I'm super pumped. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your host, Dan Kathman, and this is Aftermath. You guys are great.
Thank you.
This is fun.